Hey guys, I made a Patreon since I don't make any money off YouTube yet, so you guys could watch my original videos, since YouTube has strict copyright laws, and it's only $1 a month. If you guys want your usernames added at the end of the video and give me recommendations for more videos, I added another tier for just $2. If you want to save your money, you could just watch the normal versions on YouTube. The link will be in the description, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Anyways, enjoy the videos, and I hope I get to make more of them.
Go on, son. Have a bump.
The Boys Season 4 just finished, and I gotta say, this was probably the weakest season out of the series. It's still good compared to the rest of the show, as this season has some incredible highs and the lowest of lows. Season 1 is perfect, as it hooks you in with great world building, commentary on corporate America, and the satire of superhero media. The show is still 4 for 4 for good season, but this season has a lot more flaws in it, and a lot more annoyances. I really love how different Season 4 Homelander is from Season 1. As this season, he is either blankly staring at nothing, yelling at people, or gruesomely murdering. A lot more unhinged in this season, as he has no patience, and if you waste his time, he will kill you.
Wait.
What?
It wasn't me.
It's a lot more unpredictable this season, which makes him even scarier. So notice how different he looks from his Season 1 counterpart as we find out that he's graying and has to dye his hair every week. His hair also looks tighter as it used to flop around a lot. I just think this is a great way to visually show a character losing their sanity. There's an episode where Homelander revisits the lab he was raised and Anthony Starr kills it. Homelander is still terrifying as stupid as well.
Wait, you think I didn't think of that? Of course I thought of that.
Still not as stupid as the Deep, though.
You can't talk to me that way.
I didn't say anything.
I mean, from before. 'Cause I'm the peak of human evolution, and you're just a Capabarnia. It's a rodent from South America.
Oh, so you're fucking animals now.
As last season revealed that Butcher doesn't have long to live after taking too much Temp V. I love that he's struggling to do what he wants and doing right by the people that care for him. Before he would think of the most vile thing to get advantage on the Supes. He wouldn't think twice about it until the ending of Season 3. And we get a newcomer, Sister Sage, as she is probably my favorite part of the show. For her powers being the smartest person alive, where she's recruited by Homelander when he realizes he's surrounded by idiotic ass kissers. And I really appreciate that she doesn't just spout pseudoscience to show off her intelligence, but she can read people really well and know how they behave. She's still very smart scientifically, where she solves the solution to cancer at 11 years old to save her grandmother, but nobody takes her seriously. And she can predict how Homelander thinks, and she uses it to her advantage. And she also talks smack to Homelander and gets away with it because she can back it up.
On the call sheet.
You wanted a kingdom for your son. I'm helping you get it.
Firecracker is another one of the new recruits, as she is mostly used for comedic effects as she spouts lies to control the media.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that?
And is used as Starlight's rival and has multiple scenes where she gets used and it ends up worse for her. More I like, but that goes into spoiler territory, so let me just get the bad stuff out of the way. I really did not like that they kept having Huey go through the most traumatic stuff as he gets SA'd twice in the show, and they're both played for laughs. Annie also gets mad at him the second time when a shapeshifter pretends to be her and has sex with Huey. I get that she was mad because of being captured for 10 days, but she never apologizes after this. This was really out of character for her, and this season was really her low point. Annie also loses her powers in episode 4 until the last minute of the season finale, and I really don't understand why they did this. Also, Aaron Moriarty does a really good job playing the shapeshifter, and the mirror setup in the room to show both versions of Annie was really neat, and I really liked that. Frenchie's plotline was really weak as he finds out the guy he's sleeping with is that he killed his family as well. He feels so guilty about it that he gives himself up to the police. Frenchie usually has the worst subplots in my opinion, as they don't have anything to do with the main story or affect it in any way. But A-Train's story was probably my favorite part of this season. I never thought A-Train could be redeemed as season 1 through 3, he's a complete asshole. He will occasionally do something good, but it's usually to help himself. And that's all he thought about until he's responsible for paralyzing his brother and realizes he's not a hero. This season, he's sick of all the death and destruction that he and the Seven causes. One of my favorite scenes in the show is when he saves MM, brings him to a hospital, and a boy sees him and smiles, and in that moment, A-Train realizes he can be a good person.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
Butcher's story was also a lot of fun as the Temp V gave him a tumor, and he took Compound V to see if it would stop him from dying, but instead it made his tumor sentient, as he's basically the boy's version of Venom. There's some really good scenes where Butcher is fighting off basically the full-on genocidal route in his head, and usually he would do something like this, but he knows since he's dying, he wants to do something right for his son and his team. Other times he usually does and acts like nothing happened, and I loved it. I feel like everybody knew that Joe Kessler was just all in Butcher's head, but I really enjoyed the reveal of it. We get a distorted version of season 2 premiere's Daddy's Home, where there's no music and Butcher is just absolutely dumbfounded.
But don't you worry. Daddy's home.
So don't you worry, Billy, my boy. Daddy's home.
Huey and his dad also get a really great episode that actually made me really emotional. Huey's mom coming back was a great way to have Huey more open to forgiving his mom and A-Train. I enjoy watching Ashley as well. She gets the funniest scenes and is more heroic as she looks out for A-Train, and I'm excited to see what they do with her as she now has superpowers. The boys' political messages have never been subtle, but this season feels a little more forced as the direction seems a little more focused on that than the main plot, as this season feels like filler before the last season. Still had a lot of fun watching this season as I'm always excited to watch a new episode, and the finale was really good. I also just realized how this season's theme was forgiveness, as Huey was struggling to forgive A-Train for killing his girlfriend and his mom for leaving him. Annie refusing to forgive anyone, it makes her more aggressive as she's constantly threatened Butcher and A-Train. Cracker also refusing to forgive Annie for bullying her when she was a kid. She now does what Child Annie did and spreads lies to people for a living. Frenchie and Kamiko having to move on from past guilt as Frenchie believed the only way was to shut himself off from the world. As well as A-Train's story I already mentioned. Also, when it was revealed that Annie used to be a bully, I thought that was a lie until she said, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I used to act that way." Like, I think if we got this reveal after her being aggressive, I think it would have made more sense. Because before this, she has been a good person through and through. So I still really enjoyed this season, and I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, but it's still like the lowest for this show. So season 1 and 2 are 9.5 out of 10, and both season 3 and Gen V are 9 out of 10 for me. I'm really excited for what's to come, but I'm also gonna be kind of broken when the show ends.